Tapped in, tuned in, turned all the way on. This ain't just a vibe, it's a freak scene bomb. Ms.Blue in the building, oracle flow, cracking codes of the cosmos. Now you already know. Yeah. Ride the wave, feel the light. It's frequency love tonight. Ms.Blue gon' take you higher, burning truth with sacred fire. Stay hungry. This is soul talk, rebirth from the womb. Say it with me, I can alter my course at any time. Tap in, turn on. Your higher self already logged in. If you really want it, you gotta be it. As Ms.Blue has shared with the world, it's all about frequency. If you feel it, show it. If you want it, grow it. If you believe it, know it. It's all about frequency. If you dream it, live it. Live it. If you receive it, give it. Nothing's missing, I'm it. It's all about frequency. In the past I thought I lost it, but the truth was always near. Every scar became a teacher, every fall just brought me here. Now I'm rising with the healing, every light inside of me, not becoming what I'm chasing. I am the frequency. You feel it, show it. Show it. If you want it, grow it. Grow. If you leave it, know it. Know. All about frequency. Ask the question, how is this possible? The answer subtle, synchronicities audible. Keys unlocking, belief expanding. Frame by frame, new life commanding. No chase, no match, I embody the key. The light I own unlocks destiny. Raise my vibration, reality shifts. Every dream I desire already exists. Nothing's coming to me, no, no. Already here. When I raise my vibration, the vision is clear. Vision is clear. If you want it, grow it. If you leave it, know it. Believe it. It's all about frequency. If you dream it, live it. Give it. If you receive it, give it. No, nothing's
Oh my goodness. Wow. Happy Wednesday for everyone out there listening. For some of us, it is still Wednesday. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're tuning in from the world. I just want to welcome you all in. I am Miss Blue, the Soulful Oracle. I am a teaching psychic medium, and I want to welcome you all in. How are you all feeling? How are you all doing? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Happy full moon. Also, want to send so much love out there to all of the Leos in the building. All right. So, for all of my Leos in the building, happy born day to you. For all the Leos who are celebrating their born day today, I wanted to come on. I know you guys didn't think we were going to miss this opportunity here to really get together and just celebrate this energy of this Aquarius full moon. So I want to welcome you all in the building. Let me know where you're tuning in from. You know, what state, what continent, uh, what city, what country you are tuning in from. And also let me know if this is your very, very first time tuning in, because I want to be the very first to welcome you on in. Want to say greetings to all the visionaries who are in the chat as well. And just want to welcome you all in. We're going to get started in a minute. Y'all know how I do. I'm just, getting myself together to get ready to come on and come live. But I want you all to know that I do see you out there, and so good to have you there. Let's go ahead and ping. Maybe you need to ping a couple of friends in, and also hit that like button so we can let them know that we are live. We are live, all right? In the building, I see you guys who are checking in. Chosen Girl checking in from Maryland. Empress 535 representing Atlanta, Georgia. Miss Jennifer is representing Detroit, Michigan. We got one Mega Miss Little representing the Marsh Islands and tuning in from there. Welcome on in. The Southern Goddess is representing, is that Madison, Alabama? Welcome on in. We have, the chat just jumped right there. Yo, brother from Norfolk, Virginia. Welcome on in. So good to have you here. Welcome on in. We got Brittany LS. I'm just going to say that. I don't want to screw up your last name there. She says, higher insight, Ms.Blue. Soul family tuning in from New Orleans, Louisiana in the United States. That's what I'm talking about. Welcome on in, Brittany. We have Kalia, the doula, tuning in from North Carolina. Cincinnati, Ohio is in the building. Fort Worth, Texas is here. RDU in North Carolina. That's the Raleigh Durham. I think that's Raleigh Durham. I think that's what the RDU is. I could be wrong. We used to call it the RTP, but it doesn't matter. Davina is in the building representing Columbus, Ohio. Welcome on in. Andy is tuning in from my birth city, Brooklyn, New York. Yeah, yeah. How y'all feeling? Y'all feeling good? Y'all feeling good? Here I come. I'm getting ready to come on. I know if you're new here, you're thinking, okay, let's go. McKinney, Texas in the building. Welcome on in. Good to see. Good to see you in the building. Mm-hmm. Yes, 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 yes. Woohoo. Welcome on in. Welcome on in, you guys. Yeah, yeah. Again, I just want to wish everyone a happy full moon. And I hope that you had a chance to get outside and talk to the moon a little bit. But don't worry, I'm going to be giving you a ritual here. I want us to come on and do some things, do some work. We've been putting in that work. And can I just say, I woke up smiling this morning thinking about the share that we did last night and how many of you are ready and the certificates that you guys were sharing online and how you also were tagging me in your post. And I'm truly honored to just have just such a powerful collective to be doing this work with. And I want to tell you guys that I am forever grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. And I want you all to know that. Those of you who know, I told the whole story many years ago about where that I am so grateful, I am so grateful, I am so grateful came in the form of threes. So I want to say thank you to you guys. And I'm glad that we're at this pivotal moment here of this full moon in Aquarius because this is a really kind of different energy. And we're going to talk about that. But I want you to come on in if you're just now coming in, and I want you to take a deep breath with me. Yeah, just take a nice, deep breath. We're going to take it in through our nose and we're going to let it out very slowly through the mouth. Just slowly let it out. Just giving your body a chance to arrive. And it's also, whenever you take a deep breath like that, it really sends a message to your parasympathetic nervous system. It really just allows your mind to settle down and it allows yourself to be right here, right here, and be here right now. So I want you all to just come on in. Let's talk about it. Because in this particular moment, we are going to have a beautiful conversation about this full moon, right? What it is illuminating and how we can work with it from a place of love, because that's all I want to talk about. We're going to work from it from a place of love. We're going to work from it from a place of power, and we're going to work from it from a place of expansion and from a place of truth. From a place of truth. And, here's something else. I want to make this kind of clear from the start of this, from the very beginning. I've been listening to a lot of conversations about the energy on the planet right now, about this full moon and about this Aquarius energy. And I'm hearing fear from a lot of different angles, you know? Everything like a warning, everything like it's dangerous. A lot of something terrible is about to happen. Now, I'm not here to gaslight you. I'm not here to bullshit you because I don't like doing that to myself. There is something that is terrible happening every second of the day. So I'm not here to tell you that those things don't exist. But something happens when we don't know our power. We start to give it away to fear. I know we're in this Aquarius energy and we want to kind of detach away from emotions. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that tonight. I might have to talk a little bit about it because I've had some very moving conversations with people lately, some new, some who've been around that is really stuck in fear, fear of the world, fear of themselves and being exposed to the world. And so I want to bring you a little bit of that peace here, right here, you know? Hmm, hmm, hmm. Now, for those of you who have been here, y'all already know that's not how I teach. I don't teach fear. I teach expansion. I teach spiritual maturity. I'm not worried about what's happening out there because if we get enough powerful people to own their power on the planet, that can tip the scales. It's already been tipping the scales because one of the things that I do is teach, and I love that. I teach you how to recognize energy without becoming afraid of it. You can recognize some real crazy energy without allowing yourself to be afraid of it because you do not have to make the future frightening in order for you to take your life seriously. And let me say that again. You do not have to make the future frightening in order for you to take your life seriously. You don't. It's just not necessary, right? Sometimes we become so accustomed to receiving information through fear that encouragement almost feels like it's child's play. It's too simple. But I want to tell you this: love can tell the truth. And I want you to sit with that. Love can tell the truth, and joy can carry wisdom, and peace, baby, peace can be so, so powerful. And I want you to know that expansion does not always arrive through a crisis. And I know you're here because you understand that as well. I want you to know that sometimes expansion arises because you are finally, finally becoming available for more. Because you can't expand if everything is so tight, if everything is so hidden, if everything is so dark, if everything is so closed off, shut out, removed from. You can't expand. You can't grow through that. So, what we're going to talk about, we are not gathering to fear the moon, okay? We're not gathering. We're not gathering to blame the moon. That's not what we're gathering here. And we're not gathering to give the moon authority over our lives. We're not doing that. We're not gathering for that reason. We are gathering beneath its light because more to become more honest about our own light. Someone right now, take your hand and place it over your heart. And I want you to activate the moonlight that lives within you because we have a connection with all of the planets, with Jupiter, which we'll be talking about that, with the sun. Now, there's been so much written about our connection with the sun, but this is with all of the celestial beings as well as the stars. It's a part of you that exists inside of you. And science have proven this as well. Some of the same part of blood inside of our cells, inside of our brain, are the same things that is found in outer space. If you want to know about your bones, if you want to have a deeper connection with crystals, know that you have a sack of crystals inside of your ear. It's a little sack and it has crystals in it. You have the same crystal inside of your brain that has only been found in outer space. Did you know that? All of the elements, everything that's on the planet, it exists inside of you. Every single one of us has gold inside of us. So don't ever call yourself broke because you got gold running through you. Inside of your bones, your literal bones, is stardust. The same thing that builds the mountains and builds crystals. All of those things are inside of you. And I want you to remember that because we are gathering beneath the light to become more honest about our own light. That's what we're doing here. So this full moon reaches its exact fullness early in the morning. So you might have woke up this morning feeling some kind of way, feeling a little special, feeling some kind of way. Because that moon in Aquarius, opposite the sun in Leo, and at the same time, the sun is so closely connected with Jupiter. So we have a very, very magical portal that is open right now. I want you to know Jupiter, the planet astrologers associate with growth and possibility and wisdom and abundance and expansion. All of that is happening right now. So, one of the things I will tell you, I do not see this moment tonight as a night to shrink. This is not a moment for us to panic. I see this as an invitation to recognize where is life trying to become larger through you. And I want you to ponder that. Where is life trying to become larger through you? Not larger around you, but larger through you, because that's a big difference. A larger life is not always a larger house. It's not always a larger audience. It's not more money. It's not always more attention. And quite often, it may not even be more things. I want us to think about this in a very different kind of way. Sometimes expansion is a larger capacity to receive love. That could be the expansion. And sometimes it's the larger capacity to rest, to finally get some rest, to close your eyes, lay your body down, and to rest without any kind of guilt, without any kind of shame, without any kind of FOMO, the fear of missing out, to rest. And sometimes it is a larger capacity to allow yourself to be visible without performing. Do y'all know the difference when somebody say you performing? I tend to like to say acting out, without acting out, without doing the most, without feeling like you have to do the most. You just want to be visible. This is expansion. And I find that too many of you guys, because I talk with you all, some of you have been walking with me and we've been doing this work for years. You're some of the most powerful, some of the most intelligent, some of the most loving, the most kind individuals and creatives on the planet. But you're scared to be seen. You're scared to be visible. You're scared to put yourself out there. And I personally feel that everyone who's sort of kind of come in contact with me has a little bit of that, because that's a part of my origin story, was the fear of being seen, the fear of trusting myself, the fear of loving myself fully. I want you to think about that. And sometimes when we talk about expansion, it is the larger capacity to say yes. To say yes to what nourishes you, and learning how to say no to what continuously drains the shit out of you. No. Just simply say no. I want you to know all of those things are a part of expansion. And I want you to do something, because this is a timeless transmission here. I want you to listen with your higher self. When I come on, when I'm doing this work, when I'm in contact and connecting with you guys, I am listening and speaking from my higher self. And I want you all to challenge yourself to do that. I want you to listen beyond the noise. Listen beyond what everybody else has predicted. And I want you to listen beyond what people are afraid of. And then I want you to ask yourself, what is life making room for through me? Like right now in this moment, if you have a pen and a piece of paper, I want you to write it down. What is life making room for through me? And I want you to put it in the comments section. Put it there, okay? Because this is not only what we are releasing, it is about what the releasing is creating room to receive. You understand? Somebody said, I'll pay you to read a book to me. Listen, that's great, but this is what I want you to do. Y'all should be having this higher self activation. Who here, because more than 300 of you have this, who is working with their higher self activation? Who is really, really in here? And let me tell you something else I realized. Some of you purchased this and you ain't working with it. I want to know why. It's time to lock the fuck in. Get your higher self. Work with it. Work with your higher self. That's it. So these are the things that Spirit is working: true love and abundance and money. Listen, you need to know what that is. What is life making room for through you? Put it in there. Put it in there. Mm-hmm. I want you to know that this full moon is a light. The moon itself doesn't have its own light. The light is being illuminated through the sun. That's not a threat. That's what's actually happening. One of the things I want to help people understand is that illumination is not punishment. Because sometimes it can feel like illumination is punishment. Oh, wait a minute. We done got blessed tonight. We done got blessed. Because I want to shout out our dear sister who's in the building, Coach Alicia. We needed you the other night. We needed you real bad. We did. Welcome on in. How you get the higher self, you guys. It should be a link. Oh, I don't have the link in the description. In my stand store, you can either go on Instagram or you can get this if you click in the bio on my stand store. But good to see you, Dr. Alicia, in the building here. So I want you all to know that this moon's light, it's not a threat. It's not punishment. When the full moon brings something into your awareness, it doesn't automatically mean something has gone wrong. That's not what it means, right? I want you to think about this. It's showing you something. You can finally clearly see enough. And the reason you need to see it clear is so you can move differently. Move differently. How many of you had a realization sometime between the time you woke up today and to where you are right now, and you realize you got to move different? You got the clarity you needed so you can move different. Because that's what this energy is here for. You should be getting these downloads, these activation. Oh, I'm just getting blessed by the whole crew. Dr. Banks is in the building. The Soul family is in the building. Love you guys so much. So listen, what is it that you got that download today? that says you got to move different. You could see it clear enough. And when that clarity, when that spark hit, it allowed you to move different. We got Sheila in the building. She said she got that download. Listen, listen, it's real. There are times when life is already speaking to us, but we are the ones that keep postponing the conversation because it feels difficult, right? We are noticing the pattern. We recognize that something has changed and, life is already speaking, but we don't want to have the conversation. We want to deter the conversation. We recognize that something has changed. And I don't know about you all, but I recognize something in me has changed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I know you feel it too. I know you feel it too. Because, listen, one of the things, we are uncertain about what comes next. And we keep trying to make what has already changed, we want it to be familiar again. We don't want to go back. We don't want to go back. We want it to be familiar. But I want you to know that right after this realization, what comes? Illumination comes. Illumination happens. Suddenly, what you have been trying not to see, it's 911 where I am. That becomes so obvious. So obvious. It becomes too obvious, and people say, this energy is so bad. No, no, baby. No, no, no. Sometimes the energy is simply making it more difficult for you to pretend that it's different. So you're getting hit with this realization because your higher self wants you to know, I got to make you uncomfortable. So you can recognize you can't pretend this isn't happening. That is different, right? Everything uncomfortable is not negative, and we have to stop putting things in these categories just because we feel a little unease or we feel uncomfortable about what's happening. We instantly start naming it as negative energy when it's not negative energy. It's different. It's different. Yeah. And sometimes discomfort is the feeling of life becoming too honest for some of our old arrangements, some of our old connections, and some of our old agreements and old promises and old friendships and old places and all kinds of things. Yeah. Sometimes discomfort is your truth. And it's simply asking you, please, please, can I have more room? Can I get a little space? Can I get a little space? I want to say thank you for those of you who are purchasing the higher self activation. So listen, sometimes discomfort is simply your spirit saying, we have learned what we need to learn here, and now it's time to move. Okay? It's time to move something. I think it's interesting that we called this moon the buck moon. And we're going to talk about that buck moon in just a moment. You remember that song, Buck? If y'all know the buck song, y'all know that buck song, right? This moon is really sending us that energy. And move doesn't always mean leave your job tonight. Can I say that to people? There's a lot of you who have made powerful shifts. You have left relationships. You have left jobs. You have left friendships. You have left soul groups. You have left family, but you have done it the correct way. And so, just because you had a realization, it doesn't instantly mean leave your job tonight. It doesn't always mean in the relationship tonight. It doesn't always mean get that phone and start texting and start crashing out and sending that text message tonight. That's right. Nuck if you buck. That's it. Thank you for that. So, please not. And please do not get under the full moon and start sending paragraphs to people who are sleeping peacefully. Okay? Let them sleep. And let you sleep too. Don't wake up in the middle of the night and you know what? I've been meaning to tell you this and you did this and that happened and I'm upset. Don't do that. Because illumination doesn't require impulsivity. It doesn't require you to be impulsive. We have to be responsible while growing up on planet Earth. You can see something clearly right now in this moment and still give yourself time to respond responsibly and wisely, okay? Because that is real spiritual maturity. We do not have to react to everything we recognize because you'll burn yourself out. One of the things that we do as visionaries, we observe. Sometimes we got to take a step back and we got to breathe. Somebody said, I already cursed them out. Sis, you already got him. She said, I already got him. I already got him. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. You're here now. You're here now. Sometimes we breathe. And the honest truth, sometimes we pray. And sometimes we get out a piece of paper and we start to write it down. I want you to know that we allowed the truth to sit beside us because we already know that we're getting ready to move, but we need this move to be fresh. We need this move to be clean. You don't want a nasty move. You don't want a nasty move. You don't want that. So, this full moon is not demanding a dramatic reaction. It's really offering a clearer view. And I know a lot of you have got a clear view today. I certainly did. I did, right? So the question is not, what terrible thing is this moon about to do? You know, I always cringe when I hear words like that. The real question is, what beautiful truth am I now mature enough to see? What is it? What is the beautiful truth that I am mature enough to see? That's what I want you all to tap into. Because this is a completely different frequency. It's an opportunity for you. You know, we talk about quantum leaping and timeline jumping into our highest timeline. This is how you begin to start doing it. So I want you to put this in the comments, okay? I am mature enough to see clearly. Let me see. Who is mature enough to see clearly? You understand? Mm-hmm. That's right. What is it? What is it? I want to welcome you all into the live. We got more than 250 plus people here. I would love for you to like the live, more than 260. Like the live so we can send the message out to the soul tribe out there and let them know that we over here, we doing this work, and it really will help the channel out so much. All right. Yes, I am mature enough to see clearly. This is it. And welcome to everybody on in. So I want to talk about this energy and how it is connected to the collective and all of these things. So, we're going to talk about Aquarius energy as a sun sign Aquarius myself. Shout out to us in the building. And we can't forget all of the Leos in the building because we know right now the sun is in Leo. I want to say thank you for those of you who are purchasing the higher self. And I know you're going to get right to it as soon as we're done with this work here. But I want you to think about this. Aquarius energy is connected to the collective because this is why we have all of these songs and, all of these things were made for years and years about the age of Aquarius. But I want you to think about this. It's us moving into the fifth dimension. But I want you to think about this. That is a vibration, that is an inward job. Many of you have been to the fifth dimension and beyond, but the goal is for us to maintain that energy, that frequency, that vibration that is inside of us, right? So we got a little taste, but this is something that we must be able to maintain. So, Aquarian energy is connected to the collective. This is energy about the community. It's about ideas. It's about innovation. And oh my goodness, it is about freedom. And I don't want us to miss this because we know Aquarius is an air sign. And that is going to speak to the mind, right? And so, this freedom is a free dome, right? Aquarian energy is also connected to the future and new ways of thinking. It's about expansion. But I want you to know whenever we are dealing with collective energy, we also have to recognize how easily one person's fear can become everybody's conversation, that part. Okay? One person has a fear in the collective, and now it's a part of everybody's conversation. One person says something alarming, another person repeats it, and someone adds a dramatic damn thumbnail to it, and baby, we got a whole movement going on. Someone says, I knew something was happening. And before long, everybody is running through the spiritual neighborhood with no shoes on, baby. They just running down the street with no shoes on. So calm down. Take a breath. Ask yourself, is this my intuition? Or did I hear someone else say this for the 15th time? Because that's important. Because repetition, I can say, can feel like truth when we haven't paused long enough to examine what am I actually receiving. So just because something is loud, it doesn't mean it is true. It doesn't mean it's true, especially when it has to do with fear. Just because something is popular, it doesn't mean that it belongs in your spirit. We have to start treating our temple and treating our mind with a whole lot more love and respect. Just because something is popular doesn't mean it belongs in your spirit. And just because everybody is discussing it, it doesn't mean that you have to carry it around. I want you to think about this because Aquarian energy can help us see beyond old programming. And we have done so much work. I know if you're here, you've done so much work in getting out of the old programming. But it can also pull us too far into the mind when we are not grounded. When we're not grounded, that it just will take back over. We begin to start analyzing everything, interpreting everything, searching for a sign for everything, watching videos after another, after another, after another. And then we get to the point where lying in the bed is 2 o'clock in the morning and we're trying to decide whether the refrigerator click means that a message is coming from the Galactic Council. Okay? Sometimes the refrigerator is simply making ice. It's just simply making ice. We need spiritual awareness and we need grounded discernment. We need them both. We need them both, you guys. You can be deeply intuitive and still ask real practical questions, right? You can honor your energy, baby, and you can still check your damn facts. We have to use both. And I went into this on my last live yesterday. So if you didn't watch it, please go watch it. You can receive a spiritual message and still go to sleep on it at night. I do it all the time. I get a powerful download. I'm not running to the internet, jumping online, trying to tell the whole world. You can go to sleep on it. Okay, it's going to be okay. You can believe in the unseen without becoming frightening by everything that you can't explain. That's sovereignty. You can know that you are connected with the star Sirius and you can still fact check the bullshit that is being propaganded throughout the airways. I just want y'all to know that. Because being spiritually aware does not mean being spiritually alarmed all the time. Because sometimes you're not sensing danger. You need rest. Your ass is a little dehydrated. You need some water. You need to go get you some food. You need some nourishment. And sometimes, can I just put it out there? Sometimes you need to just simply cut your phone off. Turn your phone off. Just cut it off. Just cut it complete. Just turn it off. Just cut the phone off. Yeah. You need to stop checking on somebody who has already shown you exactly where they stand with you. Why are you chasing that? You know where that person stands. You know how they feel about you. What you keep checking on them for? When you know where they stand, you need to set boundaries. You need to take a nap. You need to go outside and remember the whole world isn't contained inside of a screen. Everything intense is not a warning. Sometimes it's simply information. Sometimes it's overstimulation you're feeling. And this is the honest truth. Sometimes it's grief. It's unprocessed grief. Grief from growing up, grief from past relationships, grief from some of these conditions we've had to work in and work people we had to work for, grief from some of these friendships, grief from some of these social spaces on the internet, grief from that. And then sometimes it's actually excitement. But we're so used to being in these tricky spaces. We don't know the difference between something that is fear and something that's truly exciting. When was the last time that you felt excited about something? You didn't have all the details, but I'm talking about a true excitement that just left you and you were just feeling all the feels. You were just excited. If you think about it, that is kind of close to when you were in fear. So I want you to know, sometime It's your life force energy just returning back to you. Everything that you done put out is coming back to you. If you were a part of the show last night and you did the I am ready, you should be feeling today all of your life force energy returning back to you. And because you have lived in survival mode for so long, it's hard. Your body does not immediately recognize expansion as being something safe for you. So you think, wait a minute, is something bad getting ready to happen? No, no, this is your life force energy returning back to you. A lot of us have been in survival mode for so long. Your body is a little confused. Like, wait, what is this? What's this energy? And then it begins to start recognizing expansion and it realizes it's safe. That's the word for somebody today. That's the word. Okay? You may not be afraid because something bad has happened. You could simply feel nervous because something good requires you to become more seen, to become more visible. And so you get a little scared. So you're holding back on your dreams. You're holding back on taking that next step. You're holding back on all kinds of things. And I hear you when you say it's a crazy world. The world has always been crazy. But the world can be crazy good. It can be crazy good in a good way. Sometimes good requires you to receive. Sometimes good requires you to stop, hiding behind being almost ready. Are you ready? I'm almost ready, Ms.Blue. Well, let me know when you're ready. I'm going to let you know because I'm almost ready. You don't realize years and time is passing by. You know, I did a show some years ago and I told people that time is a tool. How many of you remember that? And when you know how to use time correctly, it becomes a accessory to your superpower. But you've been taught time is an illusion. It is outside of this dimension, but in this dimension, it is. It can be your power. We need 1,000 more of you. We got 1,000 more. You guys right here. So I wanted to come on to give you this message so you can know. Sometimes good requires a larger version of you. A larger version of you. I'm not talking about physically larger because I don't know about y'all, but I ain't trying to get physically larger. I'm talking about energetically larger. Superpowers can't be draining. If your superpowers are draining you, you're not tapped into your superpower. You're tapped into the false matrix. And so you may have your superpower, but you're so tapped into the false matrix that your superpower gets diminished. And to be clear, we feed the false matrix through the mind, the lower aspect of your conscious mind, because your conscious mind is predicting your future based on your past. And wherever you gave an emotional charge to, that is what's showing up. This is why the reprogramming, the rewiring, and all of these things that we thought for a long time was woo-woo or some crazy psychology stuff is now top tier. You need this not because it's healthy, so you can survive. So you can literally survive on the planet. So I want you to know expansion can create sensations in the body. So, if you're feeling some sort of sensation in your body, I'm not telling you to ignore your health because I'm not a medical doctor and I don't play one on the internet. But when you know this feeling in your body, I want you to check in with yourself. Drop down in your body. Come out of your mind. Put your hand over your belly button in your solar plex region. Wiggle your toes on the floor and drop down in your body and ask the question, is this expansion? Because the body will respond to you. Your heart may start to beat faster. You may feel like you're being exposed. You can feel uncertain, all of these things that are happening. You may feel excitement and nervousness all at the same time happening. That does not automatically mean to stop. That means to pause. That means to ground. That means discernment. That means wait before you take the next honest step. And some of you over the last couple of days have taken some power moves, some power steps towards your own expansion. I personally feel that we are not on a spiritual journey. I feel like we're on a journey of expansion. We're spiritual by the essence of who we are, but the expansion has to take place, or we will be locked into outdated systems, old, antiquated ways of doing things. We will be locked into this 3D dimensional of fear, and it will become very hard to move forward to do the things that we feel our soul is calling us to do on this planet. We have to get out of fear. Now, don't get me wrong, getting a little scared every now and again, I think it does the spirit good. But to be in survival mode and locked into fear, you can't use your powers when you're doing that. So, now, let's bring in the other side of this full moon because I want to talk about it. This moon is in Aquarius, but I want you to know that the sun, oh, that sun is shining, shining, shining. That sun is shining so bright in Leo. And the sun is so closely aligned with Jupiter. And all of this energy here, what it is saying is come back to the heart. It's calling you back to your creativity. It's calling you back to your courage. It's calling you back to joy. It's asking you to come back to the part of you that knows that your life is supposed to be lived. Lived. And yes, we are in the middle of the year of the fire horse. If you're gonna ride, don't ride the white horse. Y'all know that song. Some of y'all a little too young, but y'all remember. We are in the year of the fire horse, and that is a great thing. We are learning how to ride cosmic waves, right? And create cosmic waves, not fear. Fire is not meant to be played with. Fire is your passion. Fire is your creativity. Fire is your courage. All of those things. But this energy right now with the moon and Jupiter, the sun and Leo and Aquarius is calling back the parts of you that absolutely know that life is supposed to be lived. If you've been following me for a while, for the last 20 plus years, at the end of my email, there is a reminder there that said, life is worth living, so live. And for those of you who have the soul magic kit and participated in that, it says it on the blanket as a reminder that life is supposed to be lived. And when we get into this energy of Jupiter, and by the way, shouts out to everybody who got the Jupiter money kit that we did many, many years ago. But Jupiter's energy is really sort of activating things inside of you. And one of them is it's asking you to do some things, and you may be feeling this. Let me know in chat if this is something you've been feeling all day or maybe the last couple of days. It's time for you to expand that vision of your life, that vision of yourself, of your family, of the world. It is time for you to expand that vision. That is what this energy is activating inside of us. Remember, the planets also live inside of you. And I want to give a big shout out to this brother who is celebrating his 50 solar return day. Blessings to you. Blessings. Powerful. It's a powerful day to be born. We know you powerful out in these streets. Wow. We'll talk about it. But let me keep going. This energy is also activating inside of you to increase your capacity to receive, your capacity to have discernment, your capacity to do the things that you know you need to do, to increase that. This energy of Jupiter is asking you, can you learn something? Can you learn something that you don't know? How many of you learned something today that you didn't know? I know for me, every single day, I challenge myself to learn something about myself, something about the world, something about the work I'm doing, but to learn something. How many of you learned something today? It is pulling this energy in. It's also asking you to step outside of your comfort zone. Can you do something? Can you try something that you've never tried before? It wants that expansion. That expansion. It's calling on you for it. Some of you are here and it may be your first time, or your first time allowing yourself to be seen and present here because of this. And ultimately, another thing it's asking, can you allow yourself to imagine more? Can you get into your imagination? Can you get into your eye magic, right? Your third eye, your eye magic. So the energy right now is not simply asking, what are you releasing? It's also asking you, how much goodness can you allow yourself to hold on to? I want us all to think about that for a moment. Ponder that. Flirt with that for just a moment. How much goodness can you allow yourself to hold? Because most of the time we cut it off. Oh, that's enough for me. I'm good. How much goodness? Because I want you to know, see, that's totally different. That's kind of a different question. You know, people talk about wanting abundance, but receiving abundance requires capacity. If you don't have the capacity to receive more, you can do all the abundance, the rituals, you can do all the manifestation things that you're doing. If you do not have the capacity to receive more abundance, that's my phone telling me it's time to go night night. So listen, receiving healthy love, because so many people are looking for love right now on the planet. Many of you guys have learned how to love yourself, and now you're looking for that earth mate that you can have love with. But I want you to know that receiving healthy love You got to have capacity to receive that. You can't be closed off, hidden, and, limited. You can't receive healthy love because that requires capacity. Being seen requires you to increase and expand your capacity. Leading, many of you are leaders, you're teachers, you're healers. That requires capacity. I even want you to know that resting requires capacity. When your identity has been built around constant labor, if you're the only one giving, listen, to even learn how to rest, you need to be able to expand your capacity. Peace requires capacity, especially when chaos has always made you feel needed. That part. If it ain't some shit popping off, you don't feel like you need it. If it's not some drama going on, you ain't felt like you in peace. But I want you to know that joy requires capacity. It does. Think about it. Because when disappointment has taught you to lower your expectations, my God, I got to say that one again. Please, please listen at me. Joy requires capacity because we were taught don't have no expectations. I fell into that trap some years ago. Just go in with no expectations. You crazy? Are you? No, that channel came in wrong. Disappointment taught you to lower your expectations. No, you need to have expectations, and they have to start with you. You can't put expectations onto other people, but you must have expectations of joy, one of the highest frequencies on the planet Earth. Please do not do anything without no expectations, because everything starts with you. It starts with you. You must come with the expectation of joy. Y'all remember that song? I got joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Y'all remember that? Y'all didn't have joy? It's more than 300 of you in here. Listen, I'm feeling it. Let's see if we can get them likes up to 300. But you must have an expectation of joy in the things that you're doing. Live a joyful life. Do things that is joyful. The only reason I am here is because I find joy in it. And when the joy is gone, I'm going to move on to something else that brings me joy. So I want you to know, expansion is not only about getting more. It's not just about getting more. Expansion is about becoming able to receive and remain present when it arrives. Some of you are expanding, but you're not available when the present comes and it arrives. What you ask for is right in front of your face, and you're not present for it. You're not present for it. So can you receive a compliment without arguing with it? I've been there. Somebody say, oh, I really love your hair. Oh, this thing. Oh, I need to get it done again. Oh, I need to what? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Can you receive a compliment without arguing with it? Can you receive help without immediately feeling like you're indebted? Can you receive help without turning around saying, I knew that already? Huh? And can you experience a beautiful day without scanning the horizon for what might ruin it? You ever see that person they just knew is too good to be true? We were taught that. A lot of us have that program running in the back of our minds. Wait a minute. This is too good to be true. And know that you will always be right. And can you let life be kind to you? Can you just be open to know that life can be kind to you? It's a real thing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's expansion. So I want you to begin to start looking at expansion in a different way. And so I want to give you permission to take up space in your own life. Some of you here may need this. I feel like you're afraid to take up space in your own life. Not so you can dominate anybody, not so you can become self centered, because I'm not talking about that. Not to make everything about you. This ain't a me, 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 me. That's not what I'm saying. It's so that you can stop behaving as though your desires, your gifts, your ideas, your needs, and your dreams is this one big inconvenience. You going around telling everybody, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I just want, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I ain't mean to inconvenience you. Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Stop behaving as though you are a inconvenience in your own life. We understand this energy of Leo. My mother is a sun sign Leo. Shouts out to her. She's an August Leo. But this Leo energy is activating inside of us heart centered visibility. See, that's a little different than an ego centered visibility. I'm talking about heart centered visibility. And the Aquarius axi, because they are really, I don't even like to use this word, but I'm going to use it. They really twin flames. You know, Leo and Aquarius are twin flames. And so the Aquarian energy understands the collective contribution. And so, together with these two energies, what they are asking is, can you shine in a way that creates more light for everybody? Not just you, but everybody. And can you contribute without abandoning yourself? Because helping someone doesn't mean that you abandon yourself. That is the true balance. That's the true balance. You see, some of us need to learn that belonging, well, I'll say this first. Some of us has learned that belonging required you to edit yourself. And quite frankly, some of you have edited yourself out of your own damn life because you done did so much editing. You don't even know what is you and what's not you. You done edit this out and added this in, but that's not you. You done edit that out and added this in, but that's not you. You done edit this out and added that in too. You done edit yourself out of your own life. And as a result, you walk around, you don't say much. All right? You don't shine too brightly. And you don't change too quickly. You kind of locked and loaded and stuck in your own ways, right? And you don't become too successful because, oh no, I can't let them know. Oh no, no, I gotta stop. I shut the business down because it was doing too good. I left the job because they was depending on me too much. Oh, I left the relationship because girl, he was trying to, I don't know, he was all over me, girl. He was loving me too much. I let her go because that girl was tripping. She was trying to do everything for me. We do this foolishness. We do this foolishness. We do this. I can't become too successful. Oh no, you ain't gotta pay me. No, no, no. Just no, it's free. Nope, can't do that. Or here's a good one. Don't become too different. Oh no, you different. Everybody love Kendrick's song. I'm different. I'm different, but nobody, very few of us are willing to step out in that difference. Right? These are some of the things that we learn. Don't make other people uncomfortable. Because when they see you growing, they're going to start acting shady and funny and uncomfortable because you're growing. But I want you to know the right community doesn't require you to disappear. Woo! I could say OMG to all of this. The right community doesn't require you to disappear. The right relationship does not punish your expansion. You understand? Doesn't punish your expansion. And the right rooms do not need you to remain who you were when they first met you. You are allowed to change. You're allowed to change. Don't let nobody come up to you and say, oh, you was doing interviews, Ms. Blue. Now you doing readings. Now you doing this, and now you're allowed to change. You are allowed to change. You do not have to remain the same. In fact, if you met somebody and you are exactly the same as when you met them, you might want to check yourself. You might want to check yourself because you are allowed to change. You don't have to remain who you were when you first met the person, right? Now, one caveat to that. You need to bring the people you love and you care about along for the journey. Because, see, a lot of times we are doing changes and growth and we're doing it hidden. So what happens when we pop out, folks is looking like, wait, where'd that come from? What you mean you wrote a book? What you mean you doing this? Because you didn't bring anybody along for the journey. If you care about people and you want them to connect with you, support you, celebrate you, be happy with you, you have to bring them along for the journey. If you don't bring me along, if you don't invite me to be in the car and ride with you, then when some shit pop off, I can't be your ride or die. You left me on the corner. You left me 3 blocks over. I wasn't with you. So I'm not hopping in the car now. You didn't bring me along for the ride. So when you care about people, your family, your loved ones, your friends, bring them along for the journey. A lot of times what they're doing is not acting different because they don't want to see you grow. They're trying to figure out what part of you was hidden while you was doing all of this. And if you're hiding that, what else are you hiding? And if they're not worthy of that kind of support, then they should not be a part of those people that you are making these connections with. Simple. Simple. Right? I want you to know the right room do not need you to remain who you were when they first met you. Some rooms will recognize your history, but they cannot recognize your future because that is real too. It's like going back home. I don't care how great y'all think I am. Blue, go take that trash out. They don't care. Oracle powers. You around here talking to the ancestors, the dead, and you connected with the galactic beings, and you real round here channeling what's getting ready to happen on per planet Earth. Can you do me a favor? Can you help your auntie take her shoes off? They don't care nothing about none of that. And for some of that, we can love, we can respect as well. But I'm talking about when you're in these other spaces. People recognize your history, but they can't recognize your future. And I want you to know that doesn't make anybody evil. It doesn't make them evil. It doesn't make them negative. It doesn't make them full of bad energy. It simply means that your expansion may require a new space. Not necessarily a replacement, but a new space. Expansion. Think about it that way. It's a large table. It's a different conversation that you're having. It's new collaborations. It's a new audience. It's a different way of offering your gifts and the things that you're putting out into the world, right? It's a different way, personally, of you seeing yourself. Sometimes people can't recognize you because you ain't even recognized yourself. And a lot of times we have to make that honest we have to make that honest assumptions and recognize, wait a minute, I am different and I am seeing myself different. And then the world will begin to support you and see you different. Because your future, here's something. This is a very Western mentality, or a European mentality. And I don't say that in a negative way. I am quoting history when I say that, because your future is not asking you to destroy your present and your past for you to exist. And a lot of times when we're growing, it's too hard to move on. So we try to destroy everything so we can give ourselves a reason to grow and move on. Please do not stay anywhere, not in a relationship, not in a job, not in a friendship, not in a community. Do not stay until you become bitter. Please don't do it, because it's letting you know something is asking you to add to what is missing. You do not have to destroy what is going on in the present in order for you to grow, right? We're almost done. Now, I want to give you this. Here's a phrase. It's a real activation phrase. Self-elevation. Not self-rejection, not self-criticism, but self-elevation. Not pretending to be better than other people, because that's not what I'm talking about. Self-elevation means intentionally choosing the thoughts, environment, habits, conversation, and the standards that support the version of you that is emerging. That is emerging. Because see, self-elevation asks, what supports the frequency I say I desire? That's the question. Not only what do I want, but what supports it? Because we need a support system in no matter what we're doing on this planet. You say you want peace. Does your daily environment support peace? You say you want clarity. Does your information diet support clarity? Does it? You say you want love, but does the way you speak to yourself support love? You say you want expansion, but does your schedule contain enough room for expansion? Or think about this, every moment already occupied by obligation, other people needs, old commitments, and just that endless strolling that sometimes we just get caught. We just get caught in the loop. We cannot receive what? Listen, you cannot receive what you have not given room to enter. If there is no room, where is it? Where are you going? You know, me and my daughter was out shopping today, and we went to Home Goods, and I seen the cutest little table. And if you know Home Goods, you know Home Goods. I seen this picture I wanted, and I had to simply say to myself, my daughter was like, "Get it." I said, "But I have to ask myself the question: where am I going to put it? Where are you going to put it? Where are you going to put where are you going to put where are you going to put it?" You cannot receive what you haven't given no room to enter. You understand? Sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is to clear a shelf. That's the most spiritual thing you can do. Sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is answer that damn email. Yeah, that's it. Sometimes it's move that chair. It's been sitting in that corner. You don't like it in that corner. Move the chair. That's spiritual, right? Open the curtain. Get up in the morning, open up the curtain, let the sunshine in. That is one of the most spiritual things you can do. Wear that beautiful outfit. You don't need a special occasion. Pull out them good dishes. Put that crystal, light that candle, eat, clean the kitchen. Buy you some new dishes. Use that good cup that you just got sitting there collecting dust like it's an artifact. That is the most spiritual thing you can do. Life is worth living. So live. I want you to create a place for the new things before you can completely see. You won't be able to get any kind of clarity. Create place in your life, in your heart, for the new things before you can completely see it. Maybe you don't have those new dishes. Maybe you don't have that outfit, that car, that relationship, that money, that house, that work. But I want you to create a place for it before you can completely see it. Beauty can become spiritual technology. And when beauty reminds you that you are alive, that part, okay? Color can shift your attention. Music, baby, that'll flip the whole atmosphere. And a good scent, because I'm a scent girly. I don't know about y'all. I wish y'all could smell me right now. Oh my God, I smell divine, right? But scent can call you into presence. A clean space can help your nervous system land like a spaceship from out of the fifth dimension. A candle can mark a moment as intentional. Now, I want you to know that none of these things will ever replace your power. You have to remember that you are the magic. And that's why you got to know your magic, because none of it comes alive if you're not alive. So I want you to remember that none of these things can replace your power. They give your power somewhere to land. That's different. We are not asking objects to live our lives for us, whether it's an altar, whether it's some crystals, whether it's some candles, or whether it's some sort of elixir, some sort of fragrance, or whether it's some sort of artifact. We're not asking for that. You're giving your power a place to safely land in the physical world here. We are using physical symbols to bring invisible intention into visible form. Yeah. And so that's why the ritual I'm going to give you is about self elevation. This ain't no begging. Because we not desperate out here. Certainly not about fear. And this is not about trying to control the future, right? Because when you're a creator in your life and a co-creator with source, you don't need to control the future because you are the one, you are the magician, you are the master craftsman or craftswoman. You are crafting the future as we go. So we're not controlling the future. You know, we're making space for the future that we see, right? So here is the declaration. I am available for the life that is expanding through me. That's your declaration. You are available for the life that is expanding through you. It is coming from your higher self through your spirit, and you are expanding and you are available for it because you have to be available. Now, I'm going to give you some colors of expansion. I want to give you 4 colors to work with after this live. After we leave this live, here are 4 colors I want you to work with. You don't have to do the most. Okay, you don't even have to perform the ritual while you're watching me. You don't. I want you to listen. Listen. I want you to receive this teaching because that's what I'm giving you. Receive this. And then I want you to return to this section when you have gathered what you needed. And then we're going to get into it. And you can let us know how that happens. You understand? I'm surprising the channel. Surprised the channeling was so narrow a long time ago. Now it seems broader, but it seems like no one is connecting. Oh, we're connecting. We're connecting. We're connecting right now. Maybe I missed the first part of that. I'm just popping in. I'm just popping in. Yeah. So here we go. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? All right. Now, I want to give you 4 colors. You're going to work with this after. The first color is crimson. That's why I got this on, is crimson. And let me tell you why I have this color crimson. Because crimson represents life force energy. It represents the body, vitality. It's the living truth beneath everything that's happening, everything that the avatar of you, the essence of you is doing, okay? That the essence of you is doing. So I want you to get something in the color of crimson. You know, even though this crystal here is not, it look a little crimson on camera. But crimson, just think about this color here. I want you to get this color crimson and to work with it, right? And so, because we ascend anywhere, we must be present in our body. And I want y'all to remember that. Ascension can happen anywhere, but you have to be present in your body. When you're present in your body, the activation takes place. And it really is connecting you with your Merkaba, right? All of your chakras, your energy centers, the ley lines in your body, everything is sort of coming into one, right? This frequency, this energy is coming. But in order for you to receive it and it not just be some sort of mental thing, we must be present in the body. You cannot elevate by abandoning yourself, and you cannot become spiritual by treating the body like it's an inconvenience. You have to bring it all together. Now, you know, tonight is a blessing. Look who just stepped in the building. I want to chat with you, my brother, as well. The brother Raw Blackstorm is in the building. So good to see you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the donation. Um, so I want you all to work with that crimson energy, right? The body is where your life is happening. And so here are some things, and you guys can kind of mix this up and put it in your own language how you want. But when I think about crimson and I get into this vibration, it is I am alive, I am here. My desires contain information, and that is so powerful. You need to know that your desires is intel. That's intel that you're getting. You are getting intel from your desire. Now, I want to speak to desire because there's a lot of old teachings on the planet that tell you you shouldn't desire anything. And I don't want to speak on that aspect on it, but I will tell you the interpretation for desire, what it means. Your mind cannot understand desires. Desires are things of the heart, right? This is even why children have lots of desires. And when we were young children, we desired a lot of things. Maybe we were told not to want, not to desire things, but you need desire. Desire is what's going to give you the fuel, the spark, the passion to pull that in. That's what the desire is. And I want to give a big shout out to this brother, Jerome Street in the building. Again, thank you so much for being here and being active in the chat. So good to see you. And thank you for the super chat as well. So my desire contains intel. Write that down. Here's the other one to go with this, and that is my body deserves my attention. Because too many times we think our bodies, particularly when it comes to women, and I know some men too, but us women, we think the only attention our body deserves is from someone outside of us. No, my body, no matter how you identify, deserves attention. This is your temple, right? This is your temple where this physical avatar is. It is within the spirit of your soul that the body even exists. Now, the second color I'm going to give you is the color white. I'm going to give you white because white is one of those colors that represent clarity. Think about when you look in the sky and you see the cloud that is behind the backdrop of that bright blue sky. So, white is a representation of clarity. It is the higher self alignment, right? It is clean intention. And it is the version of you that no longer negotiates with what repeatedly pulls you out of integrity. White. Now we know that that color has been hijacked on this planet, thank you, by some individuals, but it belongs to all of us. So I want you to get into this color of white because it represents clarity. It is higher self alignment. It is the version of you, right? That no longer negotiates what pulls you out of integrity. So, white does not mean perfection. It doesn't. It means clarity. Now, let's move on to the next color. And I was hoping I could find something in this color. Maybe. I got all kinds of trinkets around me, but maybe. No, this isn't it. So, oh, I do have something. I do. Thank you. The third color is going to be electric violet. So, kind of like the juice that's inside of this perfume here. Electric violet. Electric violet. And this electric violet, it represents the energy that will be activated in Aquarius, right? It activates that energy. It's this electric violet energy is for insight, it's innovation, it's spiritual intelligence, it's truth telling. It is the signal that is breaking through the static. I don't know if y'all noticed, but we don't have static. You know, the ancestors have been coming through, so I ain't talking about that static. But you all know what I'm talking about, the static in life. But that's the color. If I had to give you a color of the electric violet, that's going to be the color. The color of this juice right here is the electric violet, right? This is the unexpected idea. And I want you to ask yourself, because tonight I got a lot of unexpected ideas. And there's a couple of people I got to go back that I miss, that is in here. But don't worry, I'm going to call her out. She know I just was in the middle of I was in the flow state. So I couldn't break, I couldn't break the flow state then. But I want you all to know, unexpected ideas. This is when you tap into this, when this color of electric violet, when you want a new perspective. This is the moment you see beyond the old patterns. That's what it says. Electric violet, this energy, I'm going to give you a statement for this one. It is, I am willing to receive a truth that does not look like my past. I'm going to say it again. I am willing to receive a truth that does not look like my past. Who here is willing to see a truth that doesn't look like your past? You understand? Yeah. All right. Now, the fourth color, this is going to be a good one. Y'all ready for the fourth color? The fourth color is gold. It's gold. And I'm going to show y'all some gold juice here. This is nothing but, well, I shouldn't say nothing but, this is frankincense and myrrh. See that gold juice? Gold. And the gold is representative of the sun. The gold is Jupiter. It's expansion. It's confidence. It's possibilities. It's endless possibilities. It is abundance. It's visibility. And it is elevation. All of that is the gold. The gold is going to represent this energy. These are the frequencies of the gold. When you think about this gold here, that's going to be the fourth color. And so that energy of that gold, here is the channel activation for you. And that is, I'm available to grow. I am available to grow. And then I am available to be seen. I am available to be seen, right? I am available for more good than I have previously allowed myself to imagine. And so I'm giving you that so you can really, really kind of take your time when you're getting into this ritual and you're working with these colors. I am available for more good than I have previously allowed myself to imagine, right? Now, what I want you to do is I want you to arrange these colors. And there are some things that you can do, but I want you to get you out some paper. And for those of you who have the higher self activation, you can use some of the ritual paperwork of the higher self activation in the journal. You can use that. And I want you to arrange these colors. And we're going to create a visual movement from embodiment to elevation. So we're moving from embodiment to elevation. And so crimson, this color, like the color I got on, that's the body. White, that is the self. Electric violet, that is the truth. And the gold is the expansion. So we got body, self, truth, elevation in that order. And you're just gonna put that down on a piece of paper. Now, if you want to get real fancy with it, this is what I want you all to do. Where is it? Okay. I want you to get some crystals, and the crystal is going to be citrine. Look at this juicy, gorgeous, high vibrational citrine. I've had this citrine for more than 15 years, and I use it. I use it when I'm doing, Reiki energy, or I have to do some sort of energetic surgery on someone. This for healing. You guys see it? I don't know if you can see the shape of it. You see it? You see it? And here's another piece of citrine. Look at that. Look at that gorgeous piece of citrine right there. Yeah. So this is what you're going to do. The ritual crystal is going to be the citrine. And of course, you guys know the citrine crystal. One of the reasons I absolutely love it, it is one of the few crystals that never, ever, ever needs to be cleansed because it doesn't hold any low vibration. Now, fun fact, a citrine and an amethyst are the same crystal. One is just left in the earth a couple of thousands of more years longer. Did y'all know that? They're really the same crystal. This crystal never, ever, 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 ever needs to be cleansed because its vibration does not hold any low, negative, or shouldn't say negative because energy is energy. It doesn't hold any 3D energy. None. Okay. So now the citrine crystal, what it represents is personal power. So when you're talking about your personal power and feng shui, this is a crystal you will always see. They usually keep it in the cash register drawer. They will keep a citrine there because this is also the crystal of abundance, right? Of abundance, of creativity, personal power, vitality, courage, confidence. What else is good for the citrine? The citrine crystal is good for activation, wealth, all of that to just kind of get things flowing. Okay. And you see some of the white and you see some of the tips. So the citrine you can either have it that golden color or you can even have it a part of this white color. So it just depends. I like my crystals raw. I don't like them polished and all shined up. I like them a little rough, I like it a little like that, but that's just me. So anyway, there you go. So you understand about the citrine crystal. It really gives you the courage to claim your place inside of your own life. This is about what it encourages you. I would recommend that everyone get the pebble size crystals when you get a chance. For sisters, I tell you to take that pebble crystal and drop it in your bra so it can be close to your body. Brothers, you can take it and put it inside your sock, or you can put it inside your pocket. Crystals work through the process of entrainment. So if you want to see the different colors of the crystal, this is a citrine crystal as well too. So They can come in different colors, some more yellow, some more golden, some a little combination of both, right? Now, um, another crystal I'm going to add to it because this particular crystal, you're going to see a little bit of this as well too. So, citrine moonstone crystal. Some of you may need to work with a moonstone crystal, and this is a moonstone crystal. It looks like this, and you can see it through. I actually have a box that yeah, or brothers, you can put it in your boxers. That's a good place for it actually. I usually recommend the jasper to go in there. It does a little something something for them. But you can put the citrine in there too. So, the moonstone crystal helps you to feel lifted kind of into the shift of your higher self. So if you've been emotional lately, I would say take the moonstone, mix it with the citrine crystal, and combine them together, right? The citrine crystal helps us, it's going to help you stand up uh, inside of the energy, right? And so, it also is about claiming energy, like your higher self energy. All right. So let me be very clear. You are not asking the citrine crystal to do the work for you. That's not it. The crystal is a focal point, the crystals. It gives your attention somewhere that it can land, it can be reminded of your intention. Because remember, crystals work through a process called entrainment. Just like when we all get in this space, my role is to elevate the frequency and vibration very high inside of this space. In any space that I curate and that I work in, I lift the vibration high, as high as possible. My goal is that anyone who enters into this space or tune into me, my live, that your vibration will raise. Many of you say when you're here, you feel good, you feel better, you forget about your problems. That's not something playing tricks on your mind. That's a real thing because my goal is to sort of get you to raise your vibration to the point of either to match where mine's is or even higher. That's my goal, to help you to do that. So I want you all to know that. I want you to know that your words matter. That's right. Your choices matter. Your willingness matters. All of this. Remember, you are the magic, and nothing works if you say it don't work. If you say it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If you say this is going to work, it will work for you. I want you to know the objects support your moment. So, whatever kind of rituals, whether it's candles, whether it's working with scents, whether it's working with colors, whether it's crystals or amulets, it doesn't matter what it is. None of it works if you don't. It just helps support the moment. It doesn't replace you. All right. All right. So we are all going to do this, Rose, and I'm going to, Rose, I gave it away. We're going to do this work, and I'm going to add one more thing, and that is some red roses. I mean, actual red roses. And yes, I forgot the roses. Baby Blue, my daughter, is streaming, so she can't go in the dining room and get it for me. I have some roses out of my garden, but get you red roses. Excuse me, get you some red roses. You can get one, you can get several. And what I want you to do, you're going to take the roses, you're going to remove some of the petals from around the roses, and you're going to form it in a circle around the citrine. Because the petals of the roses, it carries the beauty, it carries love. It's about embodiment. It's also about softening. It's about courage and it's about giving you all of this energy to remain open. Remember, roses also have thorns. And I want to tell you something because love is not absent from boundaries. That's why the rose is often the symbol of love. But remember, roses has thorns. And those thorns are to remind you that your love should have some boundaries, right? Love without boundaries, I don't know what that is, right? And boundaries around yourself. There is a softness when you're touching the petals, but the softness is not absence from the strength. So roses are soft, but them thorns let you know it will take you through there, right? Expansion is not absent of discernment, and that is representative of the discernment. So let the petals hold the softness while the thorns remain in place because the thorns are there to just sort of remind you of all of that things. You do not have to place the thorns in the center of the ritual. Don't take the thorns off. You simply remember that beauty and protection, baby, they both can exist at the same time. Me and my daughter was in the mall today, and I forgot the children were out of school, but something I seen inside one of our malls here in Austin, it was so many security everywhere. It was so much security that I just couldn't help but get curious. Like, why do they have all this security in the mall? I've been through the mall during the holiday season. I don't remember seeing this much security. Why do we have all of this security? And I'm gonna tell you what happened. It just came to me. So I seen that everywhere you turn there was security, and in particular there was a lot of female security inside the mall. And there were so many of our young people that was out and about in the mall. Some were with their parents, and some were on their own, and some were in groups, where some were by themselves. And my daughter said, well, maybe, because the children are out of school. And then we kept walking. And as we were going for different stores and looking at things, I started noticing something. And I promise you, it almost dropped me to my knees. I seen this man in the mall who looked like he could have been given at best in his 40. And he was there drooling and staring at a group of no more than 11-year-old and 10-year-old girls. And I said, I know why security is here. And then I noticed that there was just a whole bunch of random men in the mall, not shopping, but looking at these young children in the mall. So I want to add that about the thorns and about softness and about power, because beauty and protection can both exist. Yeah. Yeah. That I feel like that was for somebody, and maybe the work you do, or maybe you have young children or something that are old enough to go on their own, or you may be that you just make sure that you stay within your awareness, because awareness is the greatest protection, right? And know that you can still have the beauty, but you can also have protection, and those two can stay together. All right. All right. So now let's get into the self elevation full moon ritual. We're going to bring this all together. And now that we understand all of the parts of the ritual, and I'm going to go through and explain just a little bit more, I want you to come back after you've done it, maybe tomorrow. We have a 48-hour window that is opening up. That's going to be opening up. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me get into it. Let me get into it. You guys, hold on. I gotta be able to read my own notes. So here we go. You need one citrine crystal. You need a fresh red rose or petals of roses. You can either do the color crimson, right? Or you can do a candle. If you get a candle and you can't find a crimson candle, you can use the color red if you want, one white candle if you want. And then we want to get that electric violet candle if you have it, or one gold candle. Now, I'm telling you this because if you don't have all of these supplies, I'm not trying to make everybody run to Amazon or go through your Botanica and start purchasing all of these things. There's other ways that we can become very creative and innovative. You can get sheets of paper, color paper. You can get the color paper to do it and use what you have. And what you don't have, I want you to write down on a piece of paper. You can put your energy into it and you can have that. Make sure when you're burning candles that you have that on a safe space in the candle. Okay, now I want you to also keep you a glass of water or a bowl nearby. Not water that you're going to drink. This is the water that after you charge this water, you're going to put out. If you have any candles, you're going to put that water, use that water to put the candle out, right? Now, the other thing, I don't need to tell you, but I'm going to tell you, I got Brother Panic in the background talking to me because one time back in the day, we gave out a powerful ritual and somebody came back, told us their whole apartment building burnt down. And we was like, listen, we ain't had nothing to do with that. So I want to tell you guys, never leave a candle burning unintended. I don't care if it's a 7-day, 14-day, or 9 months. Don't do it. All right. So I'm going to give you the arrangement again. You're going to create a small ring of the red petals of the roses. You're going to put that around. And then you can place one of the candles inside of the ring. And then you're going to take, whether it's electric violet candle, you're going to put it close to where you are, or something that represents that close to where you are. And you're going to do the same thing with the crimson candle. You're going to place that on the other side. And then you're going to do the same thing with the white candle as well and place that up there. Yeah, Brother Panic came through and started laughing about that. Now, I want you to place the gold candle, if you have a gold candle, or if you have an object that represents the gold, I want you to place that at the top or the furthest point from wherever it's arranged. So if you have everything here, you're going to take the gold and place it out front. And when you look from where you're sitting, the movement is upward like this. So you have the gold, the crimson, the white, and the electric violet, right? The inward journey, we're going to give you the names, and that is the body, the self, truth, and elevation. Yeah, shouts out to Brother Panic. But one of the things I want you to not do, don't try to become over concerned to make this perfect. You can't do this wrong. Follow your intuition. I want you to have the intention. This is not an exam. You're not going to get a pass or fail, right? So I want you to arrange the space in a place that feels beautiful, that feels safe, that feels clear to you. You're going to place your feet on the floor and you're going to let your hands rest comfortable. I want you to take 3 slow breaths. You're going to inhale through your nose and I want you to exhale through your mouth. And when you exhale, I want you to exhale with an sound, right? And you're going to do that 3 times. 3 times. This is where the activation statements come in. I call my attention back into the present moment. I call my energy back from unnecessary fears. I call my energy back from overthinking. And I call my energy back from comparison. I call my energy back from futures I created. It's important because you want all of your energy to be localized, not in the future, somewhere. All right. And then all of the statements I gave you, I want you to sit with yourself. I want you to repeat them. You can tailor them, put them in your own voice and your own tone. I gave you the foundation and the framework, and begin to do that ritual. After you finish, I want you to get yourself, uh, I want you to get a piece of paper, and I want you to write down everything that you desire. And I want you to fold it up afterwards, put it in the windowsill, allow the moonlight for the next 48 hours. So find a space in your home where the moonlight hits, or you can open the blinds and you can at least see some of the moonlight there, to allow that moonlight to get it. Afterwards, you're going to open it, you're going to read it, screenshot it on your phone, and then take it and put it in your pillowcase and sleep with it. When you screenshot it, I want you to go back, because every night before you go to sleep, I want you to look at it. What's going to happen within the unconscious? It's going to bring up things that you're working towards. And these aren't just material things, but you can put material things on there. But remember, your elevation is dependent upon what can you expand to hold. All right? So this is about your belief system. It's about loving yourself. It's about your values. It's about the integrity. It's about all of those things inside of you that will allow you to be able to manifest, create, and have the desires that you are putting out. Now, we will give ourselves another 6-month window. What I'm going to tell you is for everybody to go back, look in their calendar. I want you to go back around January the 17th, or towards the end of January of this year. Look at your text messages, look at your emails, go back and look at your social media. What kind of things were you posting? What kind of things were you watching? Look at your feed on YouTube. What were you listening to? And what kind of things were you desiring for yourself, your life, and the world at that time? Because these are, quite frankly, things that are coming back up to present itself again within your consciousness. Okay. And yeah, I want you to really, really dive into that. I'm not going to make this too long-winded. I don't know how to do anything under 3 or 4 hours, but trust me, I'm working with myself, because I was going to go into one of the reasons why this moon is often called the raspberry moon, the berry moon, as well as the buck moon. It's called the buck moon because this is when the deer begin to grow their antlers, their antennas, which is symbolizing, letting you know this is when the elevation needs to happen within us. This is often where our multi-dimensional powers begin to expand themselves. You know, the third eye, the crown chakra, all of this energy here. But then you can't have the crown chakra expanding without the root chakra, its twin flame, right? Being able to expand. So we should be expanding on our root chakra, because this is everything about how safe we feel in this world, about our money, about our home. It's about your bones. It's about your teeth. It also governs your blood, all of that. So you cannot work, and this is something I teach in all of my classes and programs. If you are trying to expand your third eye and your crown chakra, and you find that you have more intel, but your life seems to be going in the toilet, it's because you have not secured your physical representation of your avatar here on planet Earth. And that requires your root chakra to grow, to be more grounded, to expand. So when I say grounding, I am not just talking about getting outside and walking in the grass, even though that is important. I am talking about you being able to be stable here, not stable in the world, stable within yourself, and we have to look at some things. We have to look at your bones, right? We have to look at how safe you feel within your own thoughts, within your own body. We have to look at how do you feel about your connection with your family, with your mother energy, your father energy, or the absence of that? Where is that? Is there any kind of grief? Is there any kind of trauma that has happened from growing up? We have to look at finances. We have to look at your money because your money is going to be a direct reflection of how grounded you are. And simply because money is energy, we have to look at how wealth comes to you. And do you have wealth? Do you have wealth? We have to look at your teeth, your bones. We have to look at all of those things that are there. We have to look at the components within the blood, your blood system. We're looking at all of that because that's going to speak to what your mind won't tell you. Won't tell you. So if you're expanding your crown chakra, you have to work on your root chakra. One cannot exist without the other. Yeah, it doesn't. So, those are all the things. And so, I hope you all enjoyed this little baby masterclass I'm giving y'all. I'm putting y'all down on some good stuff here. We have more than 300 people present. I would love for you all, if you received anything here that was any kind of insight, any kind of assistance to you that is helping you or really, really gave you some good intel, that you would click that like button. It certainly would help, and also to keep sharing the live, keep pinging the live. You can ping the live out, you can share the live to those that are here. And I want us to enjoy all of this time. Remember, this is just one moment that is frozen in time, but this energy will keep us going 6 months beyond. We have a lot of powerful activation portals here. And one of the main things that we need to prepare ourselves for, and I'll speak more about this on my second half of my prediction show. If you all have not watch the prediction show, I want you to go back on the channel and watch the 2026 prediction show. Heck, you can even watch the 2025 prediction show or even beyond, and you will see so many of those predictions have come to light. That being said, I want to send so much love out to Japan. It is one of those places that I spoke about in the prediction show. But let me tell you all, the weather and what's happening on planet Earth is it's just a part of it. I put that out for awareness, and I spoke about this before. Um, some of our soul family that is in Japan has let me know that they are well. They are well in the midst of what's going on. And even some of the other places. And thank you all. Whenever these predictions come through, you guys share me, you tag me on social, especially when it came to the healing things that are coming up that I spoke about. We have some times that's coming up that is about airplanes, right? So flying and traveling through air is going to be a little tricky, but we will talk about that. I'm going to put that in the prediction show, but we're already seeing that. We've had some blackouts, which was one of the other predictions. We're going to have many, many more. So if you haven't seen that, I want you to watch it. I don't speak about it from fear. I speak about it from awareness. So go back through and definitely go back. And one of the things I want to say, I see this, brother, and I want to put you on the spot, but not put you on the spot. You say it's scary when you have money on earth. No, it's not. It's not scary when you have money on earth. They want you to feel like it's scary when you have money on earth. So that's people who have integrity. It's people like us that really want to be about the good, not just for ourselves and our family, but for the good of others. It's those of us who have come back to move the needle forward in humanity. They want us to be afraid of money because then that leaves it accessible to everybody else. It's free game for everybody else, right? That's a trick. That's a lie. That's an old programming because money is energy. So to be scared of money is to be scared of yourself. If you love God, money is God because that's a frequency. That's an energy. So anyone that tells you that money is something to be afraid of, money is something you should not want to be a part of, they are running an old, outdated program, one that is keeping us locked, that is keeping us stuck, that is keeping us in darkness because we made an agreement when we came to this planet that we would negotiate through forms of energy. And one of the forms of energy has to show up in material. And one of that exchange is money. That's the most powerful physical representation of God energy. Money is supposed to flow. It's not supposed to be harnessed. It's not supposed to be harbored. And it's not supposed to be limited, right? And it's not. But as long as we think that physical representation of that money is the only way that we can acquire wealth and we need to stay away from it, you are limiting yourself with access. When I teach people about money, I tell them, tell money you love it because it is an expression of God. You don't need to chase money because your bank account and that determination comes from in here. You're not chasing money. Money is energy. And don't we all love energy? Everything is made out of energy. That energy is designed for exchange. It's time for us to come back home and really understand this so we can stop thinking that we got to go work and do things and compromise ourselves to get money when that is not the case. You have everything you need inside of you to create whatever life you desire. You do. And even to create money. Yeah, you just got to know how to unlock it. Yeah, you do. But money is not something to hate. And I know some of you are cringing when I put money and God in the same sentence, but that shows you how far they have corrupt your mind to believe that you can't, that they can't exist, that they are in opposite. Because somewhere someone took the statement out of context and said the root to all evil is money. That's not even what it says. That's not it. So, anyway, there we go. Happy full moon. Happy full moon, everyone. I want to thank you all for hanging out with me. I want to say this. I want to say thank you to everyone who got the higher self activation. I want to say thank you to the sister Joan, who I had the pleasure of speaking with today, helping her get set up with her higher self activation. More than 300 of you purchased this. One of the reasons I'm telling you, this is $22, and I understand about the times on this planet. I understand where some of us may be at this time. I want to say thank you to everybody who has donated and been able to assist others while they're going through their moment. Because I promise you, well, let me take that back. If you keep listening to me, I'm going to give you caution. I'm going to give you warning because I'm going to break you out of all that old shit, all them old patterns, them old programs running in the back of your mind. I'm going to get you out of all of that. Your life will change. So if you don't want that to happen, then I would tell you stop listening to me because I'm going to get you out of it, right? I'm going to get you back the control seat of your life, in the power place of your life, right? And help to get you out of fear. This right here helps you. I created it to connect back with your higher self, right? I also put an activation subliminal. You get a ritual where I talk you through the ritual for you to do. And it helps you to heal energy from your inner child, from childhood, maybe things from growing up, mother energy, father energy, that energy with your masculine self, your feminine self. It is definitely going to help you really tap in so you can elevate, heal that energy as well. This higher self activation that's here, $22. Plus, what you will also get is you're also going to get an activation subliminal. And I love this activation subliminal. You listen to it, and it is working on those old programs. You put your headset on, listen to it, fall asleep to it, wake up with it. Some people are putting it on in the background. And no, you cannot hear the words I'm saying. Subliminals, you're not supposed to, but I'm there. And it's helping you to unwire, rewire your subconscious mind, these old programmings that are there. So you can get some of these new programs where you're doing all of this work and putting this work in there. Elon Musk is saying that money will be irrelevant in 2036. It is going to be irrelevant. Let me tell you why. I ain't going to spoil it. I ain't going to spoil it. I am not going to spoil it. It will be irrelevant. Truth be told, money is irrelevant now. It's irrelevant now. It is. It's irrelevant now. But that's just how far ahead they are of us. We think it's relevant. And when he says it's irrelevant, he's not talking about there will not be a currency exchange. There still will be a currency exchange. We just may not be calling it money in the paper way that we think. We've already moved with the crypto. You know, China is doing some big things with giving all kinds of discounts to their people, and all kinds of stuff is happening. We have to learn how to decode these messages they're telling us. They're letting you know they done figured out what we are slow moving on. Yeah, it's time to get on the good train. Tap in, do this work. He's letting you know we are almost, I don't know how many years of 2036 from 2026. What's that? 10, they letting you know we 10 light years ahead of y'all. Y'all are slow. Y'all still think that the only way you could get money is through McDonald's. Y'all are thinking that you can't create something new on this planet because they told you there's nothing new under the sun, and you forgot your ass is the sun. So nothing will be new to you and your consciousness, your God body. Nothing will be new to you. You are the sun. You're the star. So there is nothing new under you. But first you have to know who you are. When you know who you are, then nothing will be new under the sun. You took that literal. You think that nobody is creating nothing that hasn't existed. Let me get ready to go. 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 But I want to say thank you to everyone who is purchasing the higher self. All right. This is how you do the work. And this is the work that I am truly honored to have been creating on the planet. And I know so many of you have the higher self, and you've been sharing this message. I want to go back and thank Papa Flan. Yes, thank you. Thank you for all of you guys. But this higher self, don't say I didn't tell you to go get it while you can get it. Go get it. If you ain't tapped in, $22. It'll be one of the best $22 you ever spent. And I put it $22 because I know that a lot of us are moving through different cycles and seasons. And some of you can't get in it. You know, a class is out of reach for me. Doing some of the other work is out of reach for you. And I'm not trying to say that $22 everybody can do, but if you listening to me, you part of the 1%, right? You got a phone, you got internet access, you got Wi-Fi. You can invest in you. This is the greatest investment you'll make in yourself. And I'm so honored for all of the 300 people who are listening. Now, I want to tell y'all about something now. I'm going to speak ahead of myself right now. I am going to be doing a live workshop. And that workshop is going to be on 8/8, August the 8th. It is the Lionsgate portal. We are going to be doing a live event, a live activation, a live transmission. Soon you will find out who will be a part of this live transmission. It's happening on 8/8. I'm going to need you to save the date. The other thing that I'm also going to be doing, just like we got a higher self, there is some powerful energy that's coming in. And I am going to be doing a Lionsgate activation where I'm going to be putting some codes, some light codes that have been downloaded. I'm going to be putting those messages in there. It's so many things that are coming up, but I want to put that out. Also, I want to say thank you to everyone yesterday who got their certificates yesterday. Who is ready? Because for those of you who are ready, who is ready? Who's ready? Many of you don't know what I'm talking about. Please go back and listen to the live that I did yesterday, because this is where I asked a question. I want you to listen to the whole live. And when you listen to the live, there is a gift I give you, but it comes with an exchange of energy. And so if you listen to the live, you're going to know the exchange of energy. It's not going to cost you anything, but it is a powerful gift. And with this energy right here, you're going to want to be a part of that. You're going to want to be a part of that. And everyone who did it, I don't have to say anything. They have proof that they're ready. So I asked the simple question, are you ready? And for the people who said, I am ready, oh, they got proof they ready. And they let you know what they are ready for. They know what they're ready for. So go back, listen to that show, and there's a special treat that is there. And then follow up with me. So we're going to get out of here, you guys, because yet again, I missed my eating window. But guess what? Your girl going to eat tonight, because I haven't. I've been fasting all day. So your girl's going to eat tonight. I missed my eating window tonight, but I'm going to fast today. I'm doing a lot of lives in this month of July, because August take you through there, because I got a lot of work scheduled in August that I got to do. A lot of work I got to do in August. So with that work that I have, wait a minute. I need to talk to you. Okay. I just have to hit somebody out. See, spirit moves. Spirit moves. We're alive. We're not AI. So when you guys come over here, I'm not polished. If you're looking for somebody, a teacher who's all polished and everything is by the numbers, no noise, no this is real life, and life is worth living. You're going to get that. Life is worth living. Let me tell them to let me know. Let me know. Hold on, you guys. So, yes. So, with that being said, I love you all. Please come back. Please share the live. Please ping the live. Send it out to a friend. We're almost at 300 likes. Can a girl ask for 300 likes? We had 299 likes and we got one person who gave me thumbs down. We love it because it's all energy here. So there we go. Yay, we crossed the threshold. That's big. That's big. That's big because ain't nothing going to hold me back. Some 8 lives on social media or some town. Oh, the live, you will get details, but you can attend this when I do my 8 from anywhere in the world because we are galactic. We are universal citizens over here. We're universal citizens over here. So we have people who listen in from all over the world. It's going to be an online event. I promise you, it is nothing you have ever experienced in this lifetime because we've all been together in another lifetime. So I can't say ever, but in this lifetime, whoever put that thumb like they made a mistake. I don't think they did. I think they were thumbs downing something. But here's the thing. It don't matter. Not like that. It doesn't. They can't handle the sass. I know that's right. I want to give a big shout out to Lola Falana moderating for us tonight. And I want to go back and thank everybody for the super chats because I'm so grateful. I want to say thank you to Empress535. Thank you for the super chat. I want to say thank you to the brother Raw Blackstorm7. Thank you for that super chat. And I also want to say thank you to the brother Jerome Street. 4714. Thank you for the super chat. It really, really helps. It really, really helps keep everything kind of going. It's 11:10, you guys. So it's 11:10. Yeah, that's right, Brittany. Brittany said, I am proud. I am a proud universal citizen. That's right. We are universal citizens over here. We are visionaries, star seeds, universal citizens, all of that good jazz over here. I don't want to go, you guys, but I know I need to. It's been 2 hours and 31 minutes. I am working on getting our lives down to an hour so we can say what we got to say. I just have a lot to say. You know, one of my lifetimes, I was kind of quiet. I was hidden. I was shy. You understand? Website to book a call. Right now, I don't have slots open. Wait, but I do have the Oracle files. So I will put the link, my Stand store. If you go in my Stand store, you stroll down, you're going to see a section that says Oracle files. And in the Oracle files, you can book a session with me. It's not a one-on-one session with me. It's where you give me a question. I channel your higher self. And I'm going to go into your Oracle files. I'm going to read the Oracle files and I'm going to send you back a recording. And you will have that recording to answer your questions and stuff because I give you work to do, things to work on, all kinds of things. Yeah. The power went out. No, I'm not going to go on TikTok, but that's one of my predictions. We're going to have some outages. I'm not going to be on TikTok, not tonight. We're not going over to TT. We was on TT the other night. Y'all, if y'all don't follow me on all social media, when I tell you we had a blast, we had a 5-hour blast. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. We had a 5-hour blast. But we're going to get out of here. I love you all. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments section. And I will see you all very soon. Peace and love. Ciao.